Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of This Week at Island Church. Pastor Will, how you doing this week?
That's doing super. I'm feeling better. Had a rough early part of the week, but feeling much better.
Well, thanks for persevering and soldiering on with us being here today. Super excited to share kind of what last weekend looked like, and then what's kind of coming up in the church in the weeks ahead. How people can be praying for the church. So I get the fun point to get to be able to talk about this past weekend because I was privileged to
Yes.
preach on Sunday from a section of the book of First Peter, talking a lot about how do we find our real sense of home in Christ. Right. It was a great Sunday, really, really powerful. Dave led music for us, and just a powerful time of worship. I think I hope it was something that was impactful for everyone. That the Spirit spoke to folks through the Word. So
Mm.
really, really enjoyed it. It was a packed house. I got to bring some of my little ones with me, and they were kind enough to just be opening peppermints the whole time and running around like crazy people. I think I heard from Stacy that there were 12 kids this morning or on Sunday morning. They were
Mm.
overflowing with kids, which is always a great blessing as well. So it was a great Sunday, and glad that we were able to give you a little bit of time off, spend some time with the family. How was the time with the little ones?
We had a great time in South Carolina. Two of our three daughters are up there living now, and we got a chance to see three grandchildren. And then my mom and Sandy's dad came from Mississippi, two different cities in Mississippi, and came up. And so we celebrated the 1 year old's birthday. And the little guy actually had three great grandparents at his birthday party. So it was a big event for
Yes.
everyone, and pretty chaotic, but it's what you wake up into every day. People don't know you've got three little ones
Yeah. Yeah.
at home. So
Yeah.
I told you before I left, I said, we're going to have 15 people taking care of three, and you do that every week, every day. We have several things. This coming Sunday, we're going to have our School of Christian Living, and I'm really just about dead set on doing a series just on worldviews because, we really, whether or not we
Yeah.
recognize we have one or not, we actually operate out of how we view the world, how we view God, how we view ourselves, others, all those kinds of things that impact that impact how we make decisions, and it impacts our lives in so many different ways. And so I'm probably going to begin a series on that on Sunday mornings at the School of Christian Living at 8:45, and then I'm still looking at continuing a different angle of success. We've been dealing with the essential attitudes of success. I'm going to probably this week spend time focusing on what is success from a biblical perspective. It's possible to be
Yeah.
successful in things and really miss the real point. And then I'm going to transition over the next several weeks and talk about, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, I'll talk about how do we make decisions? How do we make good decisions? How do we make biblical, God honoring, helpful decisions for ourselves and for our families and those for our church and those we love? And so, how do we do that? So, looking forward to that. This coming Sunday, we've got so much going on and so many new people in the life coming into the life of our church. At 11:15, following our service at 10 o'clock, our worship service, primary worship service, we're going to have a little time where we just talk about upcoming opportunities for people to become involved. And
Yeah.
we don't want to be a church where people stand around and not get involved. You say, well, I'm new here. Well, the person next to you may be new too. And so
Yeah.
just get right on in there. And so Stacy's going to lay this out for us this coming Sunday at 11:15. We'll probably take 10 minutes to do this. And maybe it'll be 15 at the most, but be a little video and a little handout on that. And we'll show our schedule for October and November and December and different community events that we're involved in as a church to express our love and the love of Christ to our community. And so that's going on. And then at 5:15, we're gonna have at 5:15 we get together for a little small meal. It's our momentum. It's our once a month momentum, and we start with a meal. And this week or this particular month is breakfast for dinner. And if you're from a real part of the South, maybe you say breakfast for supper, but hey, that's
Yeah.
okay. We'll say it that way too. But anyway, that's $5 a person. This covers some of the expenses with that. But come at to 5:15. That's was a big hit. We did this last year, and then at 6 o'clock stay. We'll get together, kind of pull together informally upstairs. I'll show quite a number of slides of the last month, what's been going on. We'll celebrate some things together. Hear a few words, a few stories. People kind of speak into it. Again, it's a pretty casual time, and then we'll talk about some of the upcoming things in the life of the church that we'll be moving toward, and some changes that are in the works. And so that's going on this coming Sunday. So this coming Sunday is going to it'll be a big day for us with the School of Christian Living 10 o'clock service, the events at 11:15, and then momentum that night. So
Yeah.
a lot of good things. And we're gonna have a
Awesome.
couple. Actually, it's a couple that you know, Matt, is Tom and Jane Crick are going to be with us, and we're exploring and having conversations with them about how they might could serve us in some type of capacity. They make their home there in Texas, but Tom's just remarkable, got a remarkable guy, and so is Jane. And so our people have, if you're there on Sunday night, you have an opportunity. They're not going to get in until about 3 o'clock, I think, Sunday afternoon. But if you're around Sunday night, come and join us and meet this wonderful couple. They just been choice servants.
Yeah, they'll be an absolute blessing to the church. You'll love getting to meet them if you haven't before. Tom and Jane are some of my favorite people in the world, and Tom brings just a wealth of wisdom from his many years of serving the church and helping with groups and kind of administrative, and just an absolute huge win for the church. So, okay, how can folks be praying for the church this week, Pastor Will?
Well, that'll be a big week. I alluded to this earlier, but I didn't say it. But I actually came down with a common cold early part of the week, late Monday afternoon after I got back from South Carolina. And so I was pretty much out for about 3 days. I'm starting to feel a good bit better. And so I've got a lot of preparation to get ready for Sunday for these various things we've got going on. And so they could pray for me, pray for our church, pray for the guests that have been there. And we've got these new groups going. And so we want people to get involved. And we just pray that people will feel welcomed into a group, welcome into service into our church, welcomed as a part of our church family. I anticipate that we're going to have some new members join, probably several this week. People have come by and talked to me about joining that have moved in the area. So I can just pray that our church keeps its hands open to these new people. And then we continue to have our hands open towards reaching out to people without Christ, to people that need a church home.
I love it. Very cool. Well, Pastor Will, thank you so much for joining us today. And we will see everyone on Sunday for a very, very packed day, it sounds like.
Sounds good.